The fridge is a place where food goes to die. At least that's what I thought for the first 26 years of my life. Growing up with 4 younger hyenas, aka my siblings, my entire house was always super loud, messy, crowded, and of course, the fridge was no exception. My mom didn't work, so she stayed home with us, cooked the most delicious meals, seriously the best lasagna, chicken, everything was just incredible, and I could expect to have a perfect homemade dinner at 5:30 every single day. As a kid, I never saw how hard she worked to make sure we had everything we needed. Now looking back, I know that it wasn't easy to cook for a family of 7, but back then, all I cared about was the fact that all of my friends had tons of snacks and desserts at their houses and I didn't. When I went to their houses, they would have so many different kinds of chips, cereals, pastries, and I would eat as much as I could when I was there. When my parents went grocery shopping, they would sometimes buy Cheez-Its, cereal, or ice cream, but in a matter of minutes, it would all be gone. My siblings were like vultures and hyenas that inhaled every single treat they could find. Unfortunately, the only thing we always had a lot of was healthy food. The fridge was filled with rotten celery, old nasty apples, and expired Greek yogurt, okay? We never ever fought over that. If there were any leftovers in the fridge, they would sit in there for weeks until my mom had a large clean out day and then a bunch of food would go in the trash. My entire life, I saw the fridge as a large trash can where all of the gross, healthy food went to die because you know the best stuff is always in the pantry. The Captain Crunch, the zebra cakes, the never-ending loaves of bread. When I went to college, I thought that I would finally be able to buy everything I wanted and have a fridge all to myself with ice cream, soda, Hot Pockets. But instead, I live with roommates, and they also left their leftovers to rot and their tomatoes to mold. Not only did I still live with a gross, messy fridge, I couldn't buy anything I wanted because I had a super strict budget so that I could actually have money for rent and architecture supplies, all the important things I needed in college. After years of feeling hopeless and thinking that life would never be perfect, organized, full of delicious food, the life I always thought I would magically have as soon as I became an adult, I graduated college and got married to John. When we first moved into our own apartment, my fridge looked the exact same way it always had. It was messy, dirty, and full of stuff I didn't want to eat. I would spill soy sauce and would be way too lazy to clean it up, or I would let week-old chili just sit in there way too long before I would throw it out. But then we moved to Chicago and everything changed. Since we don't have a car here, we can't buy a ton of groceries and just let them rot in the fridge. We have to be way more mindful and plan out what we actually want to eat. We get a list together and then we walk to the grocery store with our backpacks and only purchase what we actually need and what we can carry since we have a 20-minute walk back to our apartment. And I can tell you right now, I'm not athletic at all and can't carry pounds of food on my back. So we don't actually end up buying too much food. After weeks of doing this, I saw my fridge completely differently. It was now a place that held all of my favorite foods and kept them safe until I was ready to eat them. I felt so lucky to have a place to store everything and know that it would stay cold and fresh. Finally, after years of hating and avoiding the fridge, it became one of my favorite parts of our home. Every couple of weeks when our fridge is almost empty and it's finally time to refill it, I now take the time to clean it and make sure that I know what I have in there so that leftovers don't go to waste and I don't purchase too many things I won't eat. Even though it might be a hassle to clean at times, and I do dread it most of the time, especially when I have too much to do, I remember that there's a little Gabby out there wishing she had her own clean and organized space to put all of her favorite foods. I hope this video inspired you to care for your fridge too. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, be my friend, and I'll see you next time. Bye!